Namaste, this is Maulya, studying in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bangalore, from the Department of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence. Today I am going to discuss about the topic developing use cases, which comes under the subject software engineering and project management. So what do you mean by use cases? Use cases, it is a detailed description of a user's interaction with the system to achieve a specific goal. So here are the importance of the use cases. Those are clarifies user requirements, guides development and testing, facilitates communication between the stakeholders, ensures user-centric development, helps identifying the missing requirements, aids in prioritizing the development task, providing a basis of creating the test cases, and enhances the system documentation and training material, which all these are leads to a successful project management. So use cases are generally the interaction with the system. So here are the components of a use case. The first comes the actor, which means the entities. Entities refers to the users or the other systems interacting with the system. For example, customers, administrators, and external systems. Administrator refers to administration of different departments. Next, coming to the system. System, it is a boundary within which the use case operates, because the use case the interaction with the system. So what is the scope of this system? It defines what is included in the system and what is excluded, that is out of the system. Next comes the goals. The objective the actor wants to achieve, it is the goal. So as we told in the definition of a use case, that a use case is the interaction with the system to achieve the specific goal. So these goals refer to the same objective the actor wants to achieve. For example, logging in and purchasing a product, generating a report. As we can take an example of a hospital management system. A user can directly log in. Either a doctor can log in or a patient can log in to get the details of the self. So this goal, by this goal, the actor can achieve its goal. Here we can discuss the more components of the use cases, that is use case description. That is a detailed narrative, step-by-step description of interaction between the actor and the system. It includes the preconditions, main flow, alternative flow and post conditions. Next, we will discuss about the preconditions. What does preconditions means? The conditions that must be true before the use case can start. For example, user must be logged in, system must be online. When the user log in to the system, that system should be in an online mode. Next comes the trigger, that is event that initiate the use case. For example, user clicks the login button and the system receives the request. Here you can see all the interlinked connection. That is, a precondition should be satisfied for the user case to start. That is, for if the system is online, only then the user can be logged in. Next, there comes the trigger, that is event that initiate the use case. That is when the user clicks the OK button and the logged in button, only then the system it receives the request. Next comes the post condition, that is the conditions that must satisfy, that is that must be true after the use case has been completed. User is logged in and the order is placed. We took the example of a hospital management system. In that, if the user is logged in, they will get the information of the self, the previous appointment, and if the present appointment is confirmed or not, the fees is paid or not, etc. After discussing about the components of the use cases, we will move on to the types of use cases. So the types of use cases, the first comes the brief use case. Let us look at the overview of this brief use case. That is, it provides a high level summary of the use case, and it typically one or two sentences will be included in this brief use case. For example, a customer logs into the system to view their order history. As we took the example of a hospital management system, I have told that if the patient or the admin or a doctor log into the system, they will get the entire detail of the self, the past appointments and today's appointments and the fee receipt, everything else. So here we have taken the example of a customer placing the order. So here in this brief use case, a customer logs into the system to view their order history, as you can see in the Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Next comes the casual use cases. What are these casual use cases? It is a in more detailed than the brief use case. It is more detailed than the brief use case. It is written in a conventional style, and it includes the actor and the main scenario. That is, let us take an example. A customer visits the online store. Take it as a Myntra, Amazon, or Flipkart, or even Blinkit. They search for a product. They search for a product and add it to the cart and proceed to the checkout. This is the detailed steps the one follow to place the order in an online website. Same as in the hospital management, this patient, they visit the website, they log in using their user ID, and then they book the appointment and they specify which doctor they want to meet, and finally they wait for the appointment confirmation, and then they pay the fee receipt. This is the detailed than the brief use case, because in brief use case we just log into the system to get the information and to view the history. So next is the fully dressed use cases. These are comprehensive and structured format, and they contains all the elements such as actor, goal, preconditions, trigger, main flow, alternative flow, and even the post conditions. So let me explain how this works. First, let us take an example of an actor as a customer. The goal is to purchase a product, and the preconditions are the customer must be registered and logged in. That is, the account should be created. And next comes the triggers, that is the customer selects the checkout button. For the main flow, that is the steps the customer follow to complete the purchase, that is from adding the items to the cart, and then adding the default address with the contact number, and then the payment method. Next, the alternative flow means handling errors like the payment failure. We must have faced many times that we won't be able to complete the payment due to the wrong UPI ID or because of the network issue. So this alternative flow, it handles all the payment failure. Next comes the post condition, that is the OTP should be received and the order should be confirmed. After our order is confirmed, the customer, they should receive the confirmation email. So here are the steps to develop the use cases, that is identifying the actors. In the previous slide, in the previous example, we considered the actor as a customer. Then identifying the goal is important. Next, we have to define the use case boundaries, that is system boundaries, and describe the basic flow of how it works. Next, we have to describe the alternative flow of if some error happens in failure or receiving OTP, and who handles all that, which system software handles all that. Then the documentation preconditions, that what all the system has to satisfy before to make the user to achieve its goal. And next, define the post conditions. The what are the post conditions, like may it be the receiving the OTP to confirm the order, and receiving the OTP to confirm the payment methods, and the email should be received or the messages should be received after the confirmation of the order. Next comes we should validate with the stakeholders. So next comes the use case diagram, that is a unified modeling language. We usually call it as UML. That is a standardized way to visualize the system design. Use case diagrams are part of UML. So what are the elements of use case diagrams? Are the same actors, use cases, system boundary, and the relationship. In actors, we represent user or other system interacting with the system, and in use case, we represent the actions or service the system provide to the actors. And next, system boundary defines the scope of the system being modeled, and the relationship it refers to the link actors to use cases they interact with. So here taking the example scenario of the e-commerce cycle. E-commerce cycle, it is useful for recommending the books or the educational resource according to the student need. So let us take an example scenario, that is a customer uses an e-commerce website to browse the product, add item to the cart and make a purchase. So here actors are the customer, payment, gateway. The use cases are the browse product, add to the cart, checkout and the process payment. So the system boundary, it is the e-commerce system. Here you can see the e-commerce cycle, how it works. The customer visits the website, they place the order, they place the order. The customer visits the website, they place the order, they make the payment, and then it will go to the package system where they usually pack the orders, and then the order is shipped, and then if there is any problem with the product, then the customer support will be able to help us. So here are the use cases in project management, that is planning. It informing the project timelines and the milestones. Next comes the risk management, that is identifying the potential issues and mitigating the strategies. Next comes the communication, that is enhancing the understanding and even the language. So next comes the requirement management. It defines the requirements and the prioritizations, validations and verifications, involve testing and the stakeholder feedback. So let's summarize what we have learned in this presentation. The use cases are crucial for creating the user-centered functional system, and they bridge the gap between the technical and non-technical stakeholders, ensuring a shared understanding, improvising the communication. They provide a structured approach to capturing the requirement and guiding the development efforts. Thank you for watching. Please do like the video. Thank you.